is Dr. Kelly McClure, and I'm a clinical psychologist in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm board certified in clinical psychology, and I'm here to talk about one question that people often ask me. So, as a cognitive behavioral therapist who specializes in helping people who are struggling with anxiety, depression, ADHD, or chronic medical conditions, one question that people often ask me is, how do I start changing? Many people come to therapy wanting to make a change in their life or having experienced a change in their life and knowing they need to adjust to that, which requires some change as well. And so they want to know, well, how do I begin? So oftentimes when people come to therapy, they've already tried to tell themselves just to get started. They've already maybe come up with a few ideas and either just haven't done them or tried them and it didn't go so well. And so they're feeling stuck. And I try to, when they ask me this question, how do I change? How do I start changing? I try to meet them where they are and provide support and encouragement and begin with 3 gentle strategies. The first is to visualize the outcome. The second is to talk to yourself like you're your own best friend. And the third is to start as small as possible. So let's talk about all 3. First, visualizing the outcome. This is a cognitive behavioral tool that encourages actually building self-efficacy, building that belief that you actually can do the thing you want to do. And if one visualizes the outcome, really starts a picture in their mind's eye, not so much what the outcome is, but what it will feel like when they get there, what their muscles will feel like, what their emotions will be, what the look might be on their face, what what they may be thinking. Help them really savor that and let that feeling soak in. Not so much worry about what happens between here and there, but what it feels like at the end. The next thing, talking to yourself like you're your own best friend, is offering oneself some compassion, some self-compassion. We have a tendency to talk to ourselves pretty harshly, especially when we are stuck or afraid. And that kind of way that we talk to ourselves, you failed, or you should have done this by now, it not only doesn't help, it actually keeps us stuck. And if you think about what would you say to your friend if they were trying to make a change, well, you probably wouldn't say that to them. You probably would say something more like, I'm here for you. I know this is hard. You can start small, and I'll be along for the ride. I'll be with you every step of the way. So you deserve, what I'll tell people is, you deserve to talk to yourself the same way you'd talk to your best friend. And then we can move on to starting as small as possible. So what is a small place to start? Something that's really tiny, that could take 5 minutes or less and can be done today. That's a good place to start. Oftentimes, if I frame it like that, people can come up with something pretty quickly. I'm thinking of someone who had social anxiety and was really wanting to move beyond that and build some friendships and didn't know where to begin. So this person decided that where they would start is just going to the coffee shop on their block and buying a cup of coffee. And that was enough for them. That was a place to start. And then over time, he kept going back to the coffee shop, asked a question, asked another question, then went somewhere else, and then started having other conversations. And then that grew and grew. But you have to start somewhere, and you have to start as small as possible. And then with every win, with every time you take that step, savor the win, celebrate the win, let it soak in. Change is hard and change takes time. So I encourage people to be kind to themselves and to be patient with themselves. Some days are going to be easier than others. Some days are going to be harder than others, but if you just take it one step at a time, and if you get the right support from friends and maybe a therapist, you can get there. So I hope this was helpful information. I also want to share with you that as a board certified psychologist, there is an organization called the American Board of Professional Psychology that it supports psychologists, and it helps ensure that psychologists are meeting the competencies within our field. So if you'd like to know more about the organization, you can go to their website, abpp.org. And if you'd like to learn more about me or my practice, you can go to my website, which is kellymcclurephd.com. Thank you very much.